inner strength and just pull that shit out of you and get that motivation to not give up and not be a quitter, no matter how bad you want to just fall flat on your face.
Hello, Central Valley High School. I'm Antonio Coffey, your lead broadcaster, and today we're here to give you the 2010 Valley Bowl postgame show, and I'm here with
Jeremiah Crocker, sports broadcaster.
Sebastian Harper, and I play for the Varsity football team.
And Sebastian over here is going to give you some touch-up on playoffs because we actually did advance. I know there was some confusion about that, but this is the 2010 Valley Bowl postgame show, and Jeremiah and I were broadcasting that, and the game was a very good game. West Valley versus Central Valley. Everybody thought West Valley was going to have the edge, but you know what? We came out on top. Max Preps gave us an estimate, 23-19, West Valley coming up on top. What was the final score, Jeremiah?
Varsity 20-14 with Central Valley coming out on top for the win.
And it was a really intense game. The game was a really close game, really tough. West Valley made 2 touchdowns, we made 3. And how were those touchdowns made?
Jared Dressel made 2 touchdowns. Johnny St. Fon made 1. Sebastian, you want to tell us about?
Alright, well, one of the first touchdowns was Jared's touchdown. He caught this little pass, ran down the sideline, made a touchdown right before half.
Seabass, about that touchdown, how was that touchdown set up?
Alright, well, we've had this play that the coaches have been working on since Enterprise game. It's a quick pitch pass, and it's a trick play where Johnny throws the ball to me, and so we're thinking about throwing that in, and it was 0-0 before the half. We really wanted to get a touchdown in, and Coach Hunt took it to me and said, "It's time." We did it. I fake blocked the corner. Johnny got a good pitch, acted like he was running, threw it to me. It was about a 30-yard catch and run, and then that set up the touchdown for Jared. Alright, so last Friday against the Eagles, what we wanted to do is just throw something at them that they haven't really seen. So we had Cody back, our starting quarterback, so that gave us some chances to throw the ball around, keep their defense on their toes. Not expecting to run every time. We threw some trick plays in there. We ended up scoring on some trick plays.
If you guys tuned into the broadcast, you could see how hard our players were playing. They were very determined to win this game because even though we had already made it to playoffs, this was definitely an important game for us. And now with us, we're 6-4. Same with West Valley, and you know what? We're playing against them on this Friday for playoffs. Sebastian, you want to give us a touch-up on that?
Alright, so how the playoffs are going to work is it's going to be West Valley versus us, and that's going to be a rematch at West Valley. The winner of that game will go to Lassen, and on the other side, it's Sutter versus Anderson, and the winner of that game will go up to Wheatland, and the winner of that game will advance to the championships. So if we beat West Valley and then Lassen, we'll be in the championships.
And you know what? If we win that, it'll definitely be a great win. You guys know the last time we made it that far?
2005.
2005. That was 5 years ago. And for us to make it this far, we've been really strong, this team. Our preseason was really good. Our first game, 31-0. We stayed really strong this whole year. And I'm very excited that we made it to playoffs because most people didn't think we were making the playoffs because everybody was saying that Anderson was do or die. But even though we lost to Anderson, our preseason and our Enterprise game gave us enough points to make it to playoffs. So, you're looking at the other scores for the Valley Bowl because not only us were playing, also there was JV and freshmen. So you want to give us the scores on that, Jeremiah?
We also broadcasted in the JV Falcons for the West Valley game, and they came out on top, 17-14 with Central Valley with the win. Our Frost team came out 22-14, but unfortunately they lost, which made them 9-1 in their season.
Yeah, because they were undefeated up to that point. But you know what? The JV won, and because they won this game was so important, they were titled the league championships. And that was so exciting. Both games really meant a lot to us. And even though the freshmen did lose, they're still a very strong team, 9-1. I think next year they're definitely going to have a strong team. And the next year after that, Varsity is going to be maybe even stronger than this year. And I don't know if that's possible because this year we had a really strong team. But, we did have a little bit of struggling at some point. But, yeah, the injuries. That's what really held us back. If it wasn't for the injuries, I'd say we go undefeated, really. But now that we have most of our players back, I think this game against West Valley this Friday is going to be a repeat of Valley Bowl. I think we're going to come out on top and definitely butt some heads. And I think that with us being so strong, Falcons versus Eagles, Falcons got it. Eagles can fly back away. and that's how it's going to go. We will be broadcasting that game, Jeremiah and myself, and after we beat West Valley, because I'm confident that we are going to beat West Valley, we'll go up against Lassen. That's where the challenge is going to be. We played them earlier this season. How did that game turn out for you guys?
They pretty much dominated. We weren't ready to go play Lassen at that time. We're a young team, but we feel now that if we beat West Valley and we go back up there, we're going to have a better chance because we're ready for them. We're not going to crumble like we did. We were just a real young team, and we just weren't ready. But now I think we're all feeling pretty confident after the big win. We're going to get another win this Friday, and we're going to go back at the last one and beat them in a rematch.
Yep, and then hopefully we can make it to the final round and beat whoever makes it that far, either Wheatland, Sutter, or Anderson. Yeah.
Sutter was a big team last year when I moved into varsity. They had really good players and they were really strong on their defense and offense. So if Sutter goes up to the championship against Central Valley, I think Central Valley will know what to do this time because they faced them last year and they know kind of what their defense and offense looks like.
Yep, so I hope you guys are able to tune into the broadcast. If you're not able to make it, it'll be a very exciting game, as was this last Friday's game. So, I hope you guys are able to tune in. I'm going to give an estimate because this time we came out on top 20-14, and I am giving the estimate last week because I know that we are both very strong teams. This week, I'm going to give an estimate. I'm going to say we're going to come out on top, another really close game, 19-23. I think they're going to lose with 19 points. We're going to have 23 points. What do you say, Sebastian?
Well, I think it'll be not so much the close game this time just because we're really pumped up. They're pretty pumped too, but I think that we're just, even though we're still missing a lot of players, we are just fire out, come up on top. I'm guessing it'll be around 30 to like 15. I think we'll do a lot better than last game.
And Jeremiah?
I agree with Seabass because he's a Central Valley Falcon and he does not want to have a close score at all, which is the same thing with me. I do not want a close score, so I think that's a pretty good estimate, 30 to 15.
All right, so will that estimate be right? You guys will have to wait and see. Be there or tune into the broadcast live at cvhs.gwusd.org. Always check for updates on our CV Twitter page, CV Broadcasting. I'm Antonio Coffey.
I'm Jeremiah Crocker.
I'm Seabass.
Tune in next week.